This is Humble Road vehicle number 1. Thank you. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's get this baby home, put her back to bed, and get back to work. So, we've been weighed for the second time. These numbers look really good. It looks like she's in the 85th percentile. Anyway, we're going to compare these numbers to what we have at home, and we'll see what these bones weigh. We didn't do so bad here. I'm actually surprised it was this much. When we started with the empty weigh months ago, it was 6,240, 6,240 pounds. Now, with everything that you saw in here, we're at 6,880. That's only 640 pounds that I've added to the van. But let's break this down. The heavy mass vinyl that's underneath the plywood floor, we're just under 100 square feet in here. We're about 92 and a half square feet. So we're almost 100 pounds with the heavy mass vinyl. I've got 2 sheets of 1/2 inch plywood. If you noticed, that's all I need to do the flooring in this van. 2 sheets of 1/2 inch. Everything else is going to be under cabinets or buried. There's no reason to plywood that or to finish it off. It's wasteful in terms of weight. What are we talking about? Swivels. The 2 swivel seats were 44 pounds apiece, 88 pounds total up front. Because at this point, what we've got up front now is we had 3260 up front. Now we're at 3460. I added 200 pounds onto the front axle. So 88 pounds of that clearly are the swivels. They are up front. The front axle is taking all of that load. A little bit of this futon frame, a little bit of the 80/20 and the plywood is also up front. The rest of it's on the rear axle. Now, I've got over 4,000 pounds left that I could put in this van. I'm not going to come anywhere close to that. The refrigerator is 100 pounds. The battery is 160. The inverter charger is 75 pounds. The futon mattress that I'm getting is 70 pounds. By the way, that futon mattress, I'm having a custom mattress made by the exact same company that made the big one you saw in here, the Mamluk. That was 9 inches thick. That was just too much. As you know, the new mattress, custom made, same size, it's a double, it's only 6 inches thick. Now, in order to get the same comfort in 6 inches as I had in 9 inches, we took out the springs that were in the 9 inch. Believe it or not, that futon had a spring system in it. We took the spring system out, we replaced that with memory foam, which allows us to come down to a total height of 6 inches. So this futon, same weight as the first one, but it's only 6 inches thick. It's going to be like sleeping on a fresh piece of pound cake. So we're in good shape. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to say what I just spoke to you about was about 400 pounds of additional that's got to come in. Even if I go 1,000 pounds, that leaves over 3,000 pounds for people, cargo, and the water. This water tank is 45 gallons. There are very few vans out there with more than 25 or 28 gallons of fresh. 45 gallons of fresh up here, other than the do-it-yourselfers, the custom guys. So what are we, 8.6 pounds a gallon for water? So once that water tank is full, it's going to be heavy. But I'm shoving it down as close to the rear axles as I can get it to disperse the weight. And we got to make sure weight is even throughout the van. The weight is a very important part of this build. It's got to be even, fairly spread out throughout the van. And we got to leave enough room for cargo. You'd be surprised how quickly you eat up cargo space. 2 adults, what are we going to say? That we're anywhere from 110 pounds to 250 pounds per. then you've got your water, you've got all your gear. It adds up quickly. But when you got over 3,000 pounds to play with, you're in good shape. My pea-brain is at it again. Here's my idea now. I'm working on the inside of my wall cabinets, right? What I have here is a piece of, this is some kind of a utility plastic that comes from the depot. It comes in 4x8 sheets, and I'm backing it with my heavy mass vinyl. My intention is for you to have a very good looking, stable cabinet backing. That comes out very easily. Now, I'm in the testing stages here, but once this stuff gets a little curve to it, it adds to its rigidity. And so what I'm designing it with is I'm using the 80-20 slots. This stuff fits into the channel of the 80-20. So here it sits. It's behind my bolts. They actually offer support, right? Here this thing sits. I think if I glue these two panels together, the plastic and the heavy mass, I've got them, it'll be easier to handle. It's a more structural piece of material. But why am I doing this? Well, it's lightweight, number one. Number two, if you've ever heard any of the horror stories about roof rails leaking or awnings leaking, or I want an awning or I don't want the awning, oh, that's a big job. The headliner's got to come down. We got to drop the cabinets. Nay, nay. You've got access. You've got access to run wires, do whatever you have to do. That's the whole point of this van. It's a completely different approach to building a van. Now, the insulated properties of this stuff. You got your thinsulate in the walls, and I'll continue to build that out, keep it nice and fluffy. But now you've got an air gap between the thinsulate and the mass vinyl. The mass vinyl is a thermal break where it touches the metal van. It's a sound barrier, it's a vapor barrier. So what I'm doing is I'm making these encapsulated insulation panels. That adds to the insulated quality of the system, the air gap. The other benefit to this is airflow. We are exchanging the air in the van with the two fans. Every square inch of the van is exchanging airflow, so it stays fresh. There's no stale air, there's no mold, there's no mildew, there's no moisture, because you've got constant airflow everywhere. We haven't blocked anything off, we haven't sealed anything off. So that's the point for these. But primarily, it's to give you access so you can get back there. So my goal is easy in, easy out, no struggle. It has to look good when it's in place. When you open these cabinets, it's got to look like a quality cabinet. So I'll have a nice cabinet flooring here with a cover on it, and that sets in here to support the back rail. And then all you're doing is popping it out, pull it right through the doors. These are going to be sliding doors on the uppers, so you'll be able to take those sliding doors out and you'll have this entire opening accessible to you. And that's the pea-brain idea. I'll be doing the same thing with the wall panels. This was a piece, another piece of material I was testing in here. This is FRP, which is fiberglass reinforced plastic. This is great stuff for my shower walls. I'm probably going to use this because it's waterproof, no mold. It wipes down easily. It's flexible when you go off-road with the van. It's just a little too stiff and brittle to use in this maneuver up here. It can't be a struggle. I don't want to have anybody struggling to put this in and out. It's got to work well. But you can see how that stuff, how it clicks into the channel, and then I'm basically giving it that flex, and it'll stay in place. This is sweet. This is a really nice system. It's rock solid. And oh, you're worried about vibration? No, because 80-20 provides rubber gasket material that you put on both sides to stop the vibration. Easy peasy. Here, take a look at this. I want to show you something here. Whenever you go to an RV show, I want you to look for this sticker. This yellow sticker, it could be on the door of a van, it could be on the inside of the door jamb, it could be inside the slider. Look around, it's on one of the doors, on a travel trailer or a Class C, it could be on the screen door entering into the coach. Look for this yellow sticker. This is a sticker that's got to be on every RV, and what this sticker is going to tell you is your cargo carrying capacity, CCC. And what that number is the amount of weight that you're allowed to add to the vehicle safely. You shouldn't exceed it. Now, surprisingly, some of these vehicles, mostly the B pluses that they put them on Sprinter cutaways, they got 750 or 780 pounds of cargo carrying capacity, CCC. So let's do some quick math. You have a couple. You and your partner could be anywhere from 250, 300 pounds upwards of 500 pounds, just the two of you, right? Then you add water. You add another 200 or 300 pounds of water, boom, you're already over the max. You didn't put any clothes in yet. You didn't put any gear or food. So you've got to, this is the first stop I make when I go to look at any RV at a show. The salesman always goes, ruh-oh. Yeah, ruh-oh. First step. Before I look at anything pretty inside, I got to make sure it could carry me and my stuff. Number one, look for that sticker. All right?